Welcome to my channel. On today's video we'll talk about liquidity, and we'll be using USD JPY as our charts for today. So liquidity is one of the most heard concepts, but is one of the most hard to understand. Not because it's hard, but I don't know, I think people expect liquidity to be so wild. Why? Do you understand? They expect to be a very broad topic or concept, and it's not. It's the simplest concept in trading, but the only problem most people have is being able to spot liquidity. And if you ask what's liquidity is literally just cash in the market. So if you can spot where this money is sitting, you can actually be able to trade alongside whatever it's heading to. So it's more like where you would spot all this are how you spot all this are when you are able to spot where buy orders or sell orders are sitting, because being able to spot this will help you understand why there's a concept like that in the first place. Because there's a lot of buy at one spot, there's a lot of sell orders at one spot. It means there's a lot of cash sitting there. A lot of cash sitting there, that's literally liquidity there. You're able to spot it. Do you know how to not be a victim or how to not get liquidated? Now, firstly, I'll help you understand this, because liquidity is not that much of a difficult topic. So liquidity is usually found above equal highs. Like if you have equal highs in your chart, you find liquidity at the top of it. If you have equal lows, you find liquidity at the bottom of it. Depending on the overall trend matters too to spot liquidity, because you need to understand why there are buys beneath there and why there are sells above there. Do you understand? So you have to put all of this into consideration to be able to understand what liquidity is talking about. You need to also understand that on your resistance top, your support level, your double top, double bottom, equal highs, equal lows, all those areas are areas where liquidity sits. Those are areas liquidity sits. Because why? When you're placing a trade around this area, let's say you're trading a breakout, most people would have their entry level at liquidity at the high, and then perhaps somewhere beneath that as your stop loss. Smart money knows this, and they're going to literally like pull back into these zones so they can liquidate you, grab all the money and all the others sitting at that point and use to pump the market. That's just literally what's going to happen. So now you're going to find this at those levels, and on your chart you're going to see this, and literally there's always give me a minute. I'm gonna find this. Let me mark this out. So that is the buy side liquidity. And then we'll consider here. We could consider here, or we could consider here, but I like to consider here. Both sides have liquidity, but let's just use there. I think we should use here. And then there's the sell side liquidity. Now the reason why you're wondering, oh, why the buy is up there, why the sell is down here, is because price has to sell in order to get to that point and create that liquidity there is why we call it the sell side liquidity, and price has to buy to go up there and create that liquidity. That's why we call it the buy side liquidity. So down here will be the sell side liquidity, which can also be represented as SSL and BSL. So you can have it as SSL, sell side liquidity. You can also have the same thing up there, but we're not going to go back there. So literally that's just what it is. This is a sell side liquidity, that's a buy side liquidity. Why would we mark the size as liquidity? Is because price had to buy to that level and there's liquidity sitting there. You know why? Because traders that trade breakouts, or you understand, traders that trade breakouts would actually be waiting for, would actually have orders sitting around here, like 100% to have orders sitting around there. So for the buy side, there is always going to be liquidity sitting at the resistance, which is a swing high. There's always going to be liquidity sitting there, and beneath here there's always going to be liquidity too, because while you're anticipating a buy, another trader is anticipating a sell. So everybody with their own opinion on what the market would be like. So there are always going to be orders or liquidity and orders sitting on both sides of the high, of the low, which is of the support and of the support and of the resistance level. There's always going to be orders sitting at those points, because while you're thinking this is going to be buying, somebody else is thinking this is going to be selling, and that's why the market is consist of buyers and sellers. You're thinking I'm buying, somebody else is thinking how to sell. So there's always going to be liquidity sitting on these two ends, the resistance and the support levels, the swing high, the swing low, the equal tops, which is, and the equal lows. There's always going to be people sitting, because while price is creating an equal high, somebody else has an idea or thinks, oh, I know what this is going to be doing when there's an equal high, so I think it's going to be selling, and they're already placing their stop loss at that top, placing an order beneath it, and they're waiting for price to like hit it and sell. And somebody is saying, oh no, considering the overall trend, I think this is going to buy. With my analysis and confluences that I've applied to the chart, I think this is going to buy. And they're just going to be sitting down here, stop loss beneath. So now there's always going to be orders on both sides, and that's why most times we have the market ranging. This is just when there's an equilibrium between the buyers and the sellers. Now, understanding all of this will just help you understand that there's always going to be orders on both sides of the market, and you just have to always consider market structure while picking what side liquidity is sitting for you and how you're going to trade that to your advantage. Now, liquidity are very important because they will help you understand where price is likely to reverse to. So once you're able to spot where liquidity is at, liquidity is like a magnet to price. Wherever you spot liquidity, price is always going to be very attracted to that environment. It's like a magnet. So it will help you know where price is going to get magneted to, or be magnetic and then head to that point, and also help you understand, because wherever there's a lot of liquidity and price is attracted to that part, when it gets there, price can see the orders that are placed there. You can't. When it gets there, it's going to always want to take out your stop losses and take you out of the trade, hit your orders, take you out. Do you understand? So, and all these areas, there's a lot of manipulation that happens when price gets to those areas. So you have to really be careful about it when you trade it. It's not that hard to understand. You just have to think of it as where traders are positioned, and the market will always seek these areas because of the large money and others that are that environment at that level. And the common mistake most traders make is entering trade directly at the highs or at the lows or having your stop loss in those areas, because price will always hunt those areas. Price will always hunt those areas. You have to be patient and have confirmations. You have to have a step to confirm an entry before you enter a trade. So you have to always be careful and not be in a hurry, be patient. Liquidity is a very, very important concept in the market because that's what drives the market. So it's very, very important, and understanding this with timing, patience, and other things to put into consideration would actually help you understand this. So you just have to be calm about it and understand how to spot this. Yeah, so I use TradingView for my charts. I'll drop the link in the description. For my broker, I use Exness. I'll also drop the link in the description. You can do well to register and subscribe, like, and follow up for more videos like this, because I'll be creating more videos like this, of course. So thank you for watching. Bye, guys.